Good evening and thanks for watching this late edition of WGXA News at 10. I'm Jayla Whitfield. Eric Mock has the night off. We're going to get started with some breaking news tonight. Just into the newsroom within a few hours, a massive manhunt is underway after an officer was shot and killed today. Check out these photos of the scene earlier today. It happened in the parking lot of Shiloh Middle School outside of Snellville, Georgia. Officers responded to a 911 call about a suspicious person. When officers approached the vehicle parked in the vacant lot of the school, shots were fired at them. According to the Gwinnett County Police Department, the suspect vehicle fled the scene. Now, Officer Antoine Tony is 30 years old with the Gwinnett County Police Department, and he was the officer that was killed today in the line of duty. He was a 2-year veteran of the force and graduated from the Gwinnett Police Department's 94th Academy. He was just 6 days away from his 3rd anniversary with the police department. Tonight, more deaths are being reported in Hurricane Michael's aftermath. So far, at least 36 people have died across Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. The number rose today after a local medical examiner confirmed the death of a woman in Bay County, Florida, bringing the death toll in the Florida Panhandle to 26 alone. Michael was one of the strongest storms to hit the continental U.S. in more than a decade. Well, the totals are in for this week's early voting in Macon-Bibb County, and the totals have brought records to the county. Yesterday's early voting totals are 1,544 people that voted. That brings the total of this week's early voting to 6,760. Early voting continues next week up until November 2nd. Being accused of racially discriminating against Black and Asian absentee voters, telling some voters their votes don't count, largely because signatures and dates of birth on mail-in ballots aren't exactly matching the public records. Now, a federal judge will hold an emergency hearing on the matter Tuesday, but as CNN's Drew Griffin reports, the problem is taking place right now.
Lilith Walters had no idea her absentee ballot was rejected until CNN called her.
I wouldn't have known.
And you would not have voted in this election?
No.
What do you feel about that?
I was very disappointed because I thought that surely there would be another way or a way to communicate to me that my vote was rejected or my ballot was rejected. I wasn't informed.
So after we told her about her rejected ballot, she called the Gwinnett County Elections Office and found out it was her signature that didn't match her voter registration card.
Maybe I didn't sign the same way I normally do. I don't know. But that just a signature should not prevent one from voting.
Sherry Ann McClellan's absentee ballot was disqualified for the same reason. She did get a notice. Here it is.
Does that make
any
sense?
And I'm like, wait a minute. I've lived in Georgia for 17 years. I filled out my voter registration card 17 years. I thought, well, that could be.
She called the elections office too, and what did they tell her? That her letters were too close together.
I didn't have separation.
You didn't have separation?
That's what she told me.
Well, Habitat for Humanity volunteers work together to build a home for a family looking for a safe place to live. Now, WGXA's Tiffany Thompson caught up with the family as they were surprised when they found out 19-year-old Hannah Bramham, who we've interviewed in the past on her fundraising efforts, is now helping them furnish this new home.
Robert Rivera says he moved his family out of Puerto Rico about 5 years ago.
A lot of bad things going down there, and I decided to move to the United to find a better place for my family.
But when he got to the U.S. and tried to find a place to live, he says he was told no countless times. He didn't qualify for a mortgage. Rivera says this was only the beginning. He works to support his family of 5, and most days after paying bills, he has little food left in his fridge. So when he was told he might be a candidate to get an interest-free house from Habitat for Humanity, Rivera says he was shocked.
Just like that, he's like, yes.
Now, Rivera spends his Saturdays helping volunteers of all ages to build his house. Now the family tells me every nail they put into their house works towards one common goal. This goal, to complete the house using only volunteer work of varying ages and backgrounds. 19-year-old Hannah Branham isn't only helping the Riveras build their home, but she's also selling off raffle tickets. The money will be used to furnish their home once complete.
Raffle includes a $50 butcher shop gift card, some seasoning, and a jar of jelly from the butcher shop.
When the family found out about this 19-year-old's generosity, they were speechless.
It's amazing. I didn't know that.
Tiffany Thompson, WGXA News.
Now, you may remember we did a story on Braham a little while ago when she raised over $800 for a Houston County Habitat for Humanity's veteran bill. Braham says the Rivera family will be the second family she is doing this raffle for. And this type of fundraising won't stop here. Now, leaders of the organization tell our crew it's a team effort and everyone is essential. They also say Public Supermarket Charities is helping them build this house by donating $70,000. For more information on the story or the raffle, you can go to our website at WGXA.tv. Well, there were no winners for the historic $1 billion Mega Millions jackpot. The numbers drawn were 65, 53, 23, 15, 70, and the Mega Ball was 7. The potential payout would be a record for Mega Millions and the second largest payout in U.S. history. No one has won the Mega Millions jackpot since July 24th, but don't throw away your ticket. If you don't match all 6 numbers, secondary prizes are worth up to $1 million. Well, one local Macon college inaugurated the 25th president, and she's the first woman ordained deacon to be the president of the college. Coming up next on WGXA News at 10.